Hey everybody, and welcome back to the show of That's a Deal Comics. As you can see, this is a really, really big hitter. I mean, at least for me, part of my own personal collection. Well, one of the major ones. But I actually managed to get this book from my wife, and it was pretty funny. I went to a comic store and she bought it when I wasn't looking because I saw it and I really wanted it, and of course it was a little expensive, but this was a really cool book, Spider-Man #1, and of course the price was a little pricey, but you only get some really cool books every so often, and I really thought it was really cool. And to top it all off, to think that she was gonna stop there, but she actually got me this other one as well, and I thought it was sick, especially with the black suit. Really cool, really cool. Spider-Man #13. And I'm gonna be going through my somewhat almost close to my entire collection, more or less. But here's another one I managed to pick up at, I guess, Electro Hate Spider-Man #38. It was pretty clean. I mean, besides the sticker, but $2, you can't beat it. I had this one forever. I think it was I can't remember if it was a key or not, but I know it was like something pretty big. I have no clue. I can't remember when I bought this, but I don't know. Anyways, moving forward, got Marvel Tales #80, starring Spider-Man, of course. Marvel Tales starring Spider-Man #99, and I really love this book. I was so happy, and my wife actually found this book on a shelf, and I think it was like $6, and I was instantly just like, yep, grabbed it. So I thought it was pretty cool. And one of the comic books from my grandfather's collection, actually, he gave me when I was a kid. I actually kept it ever since. Spider-Man, Marvel Tales #144, The Vulture's Return. I don't know why, I just love this cover. I love this story and everything. It's really cool. Another book my wife found, The What If the Alien Costume Had Possessed Spider-Man. I actually was really excited to see this book. It's pretty pricey, actually, if you don't know where to get one. Here's another one, The Amazing Spider-Man #138. Kind of damaged, but at the time when I bought it, it was 99 cents. So, I mean, can't pass up some ASM. Here's another one, #174, and Punisher's in here. I thought this was really cool. So, and here's another one, #228, and this is $2. I found this, The Amazing Spider-Man. You don't pass up any ASM, especially if they're like marked down. This I remember going to a comic store. I got it for $4.99. I know it's a little pricey. #233, The Amazing Spider-Man. He's facing off against a tarantula, and being honest here, I remember I got a deal because they matched it. They're pretty much, you got to buy one to get one free of equal value. So I actually managed to get this book as well, The Amazing Spider-Man #267. Sorry about that. For $4.99, so basically it was free. So it was free and for $4.99, so I got $2 for the price of one. Here's this one. Thought this was sick. I saw it and it was $2.99. #378, The Amazing Spider-Man with Carnage, Venom, Maximum Carnage Part 3 of 14. I'm gonna try to complete that whole run. Web of Spider-Man #22. I thought this was really sick. I actually found this book. I think it was for $1. So here's this other book I got right here for $2. What's the matter? It's kind of crazy. Part 1, I think. Yep, Part 1. Yep, yeah, it is. There's another one. I still need to get some boards and some new bags. So this is $3, but I actually had this book when I was a kid, and for whatever reason, I don't know what happened to it, but this was really cool. #35, Web of Spider-Man, if I did not say that already. Here's another one. Web of Spider-Man number 7 with the Incredible Hulk. Cancel Christmas. That's funny. Sorry, there's no boards on some of these books, which I still need to fix. The Web of Spider-Man number 8 for $3. Again, I always try to look for the affordable books because, don't want to spend too much money. You want to be able to buy as many as you can. Web of Spider-Man number 39. Retribution. Ooh. Web of Spider-Man number 47. $2. Fighting the Hobgoblin. If anybody knows that. Hobgoblin's always kind of been a pretty big character here and there, which they still have yet to show, but I'm waiting for it. Web of Spider-Man number 51, and werewolves, dude. Werewolves. Well, wolves bite back, but I thought this was really cool. So, Web of Spider-Man number 53, and it looks like Spidey got clawed. I thought this was a really cool cover, actually. I saw it in $3. You can't beat that. Here's another one. Web of Spider-Man number 63, and I think Punisher is in this one. And whatever's going on with Spidey, if that is Spidey. Or a clone, or who knows, doppelganger, whatever. Web of Scarlet Spider, $2. This book, actually, believe it or not, I got in Colorado. We went to Mile High Comics, and I got to look through some of the bins, and, didn't spend too much. I didn't want to spend a crazy amount, So, but I wanted to get a couple good books. But I saw this book. These books were $1, and I couldn't pass up on number 86. I thought it was kind of goofy. It looks like little toys. There's like the actual Spider-Man and Black Cat. Here's another one for $2.99. I got this book. The all-new Daring Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man, number 107. I thought this cover was sick. I mean, come on. Just Spidey cuts loose and everything. $2.99. Can't beat that. Another book from Colorado. The all-new Daring Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man, number 114. And again, I still got to get these boards. I can't believe I've actually missed having a lot of these bags and boards. I know some people are probably like cringing, like, bro, why are you bending the cover? Don't mean to. This book I actually kind of got of recent, and I recommend people. There is a panel that's really goofy on here. I wish I could show it. I will say it's, yeah, you'll see it. But overall, it's a really good story. It's actually from Spider-Man 94, so if anybody's familiar with the animated series of Spider-Man, growing up as a kid, I used to watch the show all the time. And they're actually carrying on from it. So this is Spider-Man number 1, 94. But I recommend it. I actually thought the story was pretty good so far. And I'm actually surprised I haven't got the second issue yet. I just haven't had time to. So, again, way worth it. Especially this show was just really cool. This was like my childhood, so that was really cool. This one I actually managed to find at I think it was in a dollar bin somewhere. I can't remember. Peter Porker, the Spectacular Spider-Ham, number 2. Shooting gallery and the Rogues gallery, get it? Because Vulture, and yeah, thought it was kind of cool. Okay. Alright. Again, I do not have some boards up. I do have boards here on the side. So this will be fixed, and I need to get new bags as well, which I already got those too. So the Incredible Hulk number 324. I really like this cover, and of course it was a little pricey. Not really, not much, but $5. If anybody's familiar with Hulk, the Incredible Hulk number 1, which I've seen, and obviously I don't have, because if I did, it'd be worth an insane amount of money. But anyways, I liked how they it gave like a little bit of an homage to the original, the cover, and technically he was gray in the beginning. And then he I don't know if there was like a weird like fade, or not fade, but he just kind of got green, I guess. I don't know, because of the gamma. I don't know if anybody's familiar with the story with the Incredible Hulk. Yeah. Okay. Here's another one. Number 246, The Incredible Hulk. And he is with, I think that's Captain Marvel? I think? Hopefully I'm not wrong. But I think that's Captain Marvel he's going off against. I could be wrong. Don't judge me. Here is number 276, The Incredible Hulk. Fighting the UFOs. I actually really dug this little villain squad with the UFOs. So I know it sounds a little weird, but that was kind of cool. There's this book. I know a lot of people probably already have this book, but I don't care. I love this cover. Number 393, The Incredible Hulk. I thought this was awesome. And again, they kind of pay a little bit of homage to the original first book. Obviously, it didn't look like this, but it's similar, 30th anniversary. Special edition, by the way. So, special 30th anniversary issue. So, I recommend this book as well, because look at that. That book is just awesome. And then here's another one I got for $2, The Incredible Hulk. Number 355. Gray Hulk again. Joe Fixit, if anybody's familiar. That's usually his actual name. Well, I guess they call him that, more or less. Ghost Rider versus Johnny Blaze, number 43. A little darker on the cover. Oh, actually, no, sorry, that's the light. It's purple. But I thought this cover was really cool. Oh my gosh. We're getting to a really close favorite. Growing up, my grandpa had a lot of different comic books, and this one was one of my favorites, the original Ghost Rider, number 1. I lost this book, and I recently saw it at a store, and it was $2, I think, and I could not pass up on it. I was just, it's just nostalgia, because I remember reading it all the time. I really like this book. It's one of my favorites. I actually want to put this on the wall. I'm building a comic book wall. At some point, I'll put it on video and show how it all, kind of looks pretty amazing. But, yeah, this is number 1. And I know it's not the original, like, from the Spotlight or anything like that, but I really love this version. This is one of my favorites. And I saw this book for $2. And they did a little cover, if anybody's familiar with this cover, from Marvel Spotlight. But it's $2. It's a brand new. Well, more or less brand new. It's just showing some, some art and stuff, and a variant of the book. But I recommend it. If you do find this out in the wild, grab it. Okay. And here is a Thor. The Mighty Thor, correction. Number 351. You can't pass up some Thors, for $2. No, my bad, $1. Haha. $1. Okay. Okay, and we're going to be moving on. Excuse me, I just got to grab this. I'm kind of going through a whole big stack or box worth of This actually was my grandfather's as well, and I read this whole thing, and I remember the story and everything. The new Fantastic Four, Monsters Unleashed. This was my favorite too. I mean, Ghost Rider, Wolverine, the Incredible Hulk, and Spider-Man. That is the Fantastic Four. You got a heavy hitter, literally Spider-Man, and Ghost Rider with a penance stare and adamantium claws on Wolverine. You got a fight. You got a big fight. We're jumping into some Fantastic Four, number 369, and that one she kind of goes bonkers, I guess. Her name's Malice. That's supposed to be the Invisible Woman. Oh, Susan Richards, But it was familiar. Another Fantastic Four book, number 235. I got a lot of these for $1, so you can't beat that. Some of these books I managed to get for a little bit more. Some of them were actually just $1. Some of the price tags say $5, but it's not. I got it for like $1. They were at like yard sales and stuff. Number 157, Fantastic Four. And wow, Doomsman. Yep, Doomsman. And Silver Surfer in there. Here we go. Another one. It's $5, but again, I got it for $1. $1. I don't know why they kept putting these labels and stuff. Number 145. This cover was somewhat pretty decent. You know, it's like a fine when it comes to quality. I found an additional cover. It was 50 cents. This one was a lot more damaged, but you can't beat 50 cents in an old Fantastic Four, you know. This is again from one of my own personal, like from my childhood collections. Very, very awesome comic, I will admit. Number 5, the Fantastic Four Unlimited versus the Frightful Four. I thought this was really cool. With it looks almost like the Incredible Hulk and stuff, even though it's obviously not the Hulk. But at least I don't think so. I can't remember. The Thing, number 1. First, I had this issue. I have no idea what happened to it, but I actually am happy that I found this. And again, $1. And here's a big one coming up. Moon Knight, City of the Dead. I saw this book, so it was during Free Comic Book Day, and they would do big bundles of books, and they would throw in like actual books you'd actually have to pay for, and they were free, big bundles, and I thought that was amazing. And honestly, I saw this I saw this in one of the packs on the top of the little stack, and I immediately grabbed it, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's Moon Knight. Moon Knight is so cool. Really, really cool cover art too. I mean, that's amazing. Okay. Oh, sorry, I'm just grabbing all these stacks. Here's another one. For $2 I got it for. Number 36, Moon Knight, Mark Spector Moon Knight. And apparently Punisher's in this. The Face of Mark Spector, Moon Knight, number 44. And I thought that was pretty crazy. $2 again. $2. Mark Spector, Moon Knight, Inferno, number 45. Thought that was pretty cool. These ones I found for $2 a piece. Number 1, Marvel Saga, the official history of the Marvel Universe. Showed a lot of the origin story and stuff. So I thought that was pretty cool. And I found more. Number 2 of the Marvel Saga with everything from the Hulk to Spider-Man to... Oh, this is really neat, especially if anybody can't afford the origin stories to a lot of the bigger books, because of course those books are super expensive. Number 3, Doctor Doom, and just quite a bit of everybody. I was missing number 4. I will be on the lookout for it, but I have number 5. And that is with the X-Men X Factor Origins. Oh, that was kind of cool. Saw this book for $1. Marvel Age, number 63. This cover looks sick. I mean, come on. The X-Men, Wolverine, Nightcrawler, Sue Storm. Or, Sue Storm. Oh, I'm laughing. Storm. Just Storm from X-Men. Cyclops, Colossus. I don't recognize her. I was gonna say Jubilee for a second, but no, I think that's Kitty Pryde right there. I think. I don't know. I'm about to figure that out. The Punisher War Journal, number 48. I thought this was just cool, and you know, again, $1. Everyone likes the Punisher. Here's another Punisher, number 1, with the trading card. I think somewhere. In the back somewhere. Oh, my bad. No, this is with the poster. Yeah, this is with the poster. But sealed, actually. So you can't pass up this type of book. And then 64-page annual. So you got a pretty good story. Old Daredevil, number... I actually believe this might be from Britain, I think. British? That says 8p. So I think that's... I don't know. I'm unfamiliar with the currency. But Daredevil, number 115. I could not pass up on this old Daredevils. I think I got that for $1 as well. Here's this one, another iconic cover. Daredevil, number 241. If anybody's familiar with that book. And here's another Daredevil. I found this again in the dollar bin. Number 332. Thought that was kind of cool. You know, can't pass up some Daredevils here and there. I found this book, and I found it for $0.25, and it's in awful condition, but I don't have it, so, you know, Daredevil number 151, and it was kind of sad seeing it in this decrepit state. but it's okay. Marvel 2-in-1, The Thing and Moon Knight. That was awesome. Number 52. And Marvel Team Up featuring the Human Torch and Thor. Thought it was awesome. There we go right here. Marvel 2-in-1, number 31. The Thing, Alone Against the Mystery Menace. My Sweetheart, My Killer. Okay. Here we're getting into some ROM, if anybody's familiar. Number 7. ROM Space Knight. Got a couple of them, not many, you know, so it's a little underwhelming, so, you know. And again, a lot of these books, I could pick them up from anywhere. This was for $1. Number 69, by Ego Consumed. ROM Space Knight, number 53. Paranoia Strikes Deep. I thought this was a sick cover, and again, $1. You can't beat that. And another $1 book, ROM, number 11. Your friend is dead. ROM, and you're next. This book I saw for $2. ROM special double issue by 2 ROMs are not better than 1. But 2 ROMs are not better than 1. Okay. Alright. Alright, here we go. Hercules, number 2. It's in a 4-issue limited series. If anybody's familiar with Hercules, he did make a little appearance in one of the movies at the end of the cutscene from, I think that's Thor, Love and Thunder, I think. Yeah, I think so, yeah. But he actually makes a little cameo of Hercules, if anybody's familiar with the character. Here's number 3, Hercules. And I believe I must got different variants because this is also number 3 as well. And I'm actually kind of happy I got that. It's kind of cool. Here we're going to a number 1, Pit from Image Comics. I recommend if anybody's reading this book to make sure you actually put it in a bag board because this book is going to get big. How many people think? But I think so. Pit number 2. That was kind of cool. For $2, I managed to find this, Meteor Man. If anybody's seen this movie, I have seen it, and I remember watching it as a kid. It was little 90s stuff, you know. Here we go, Excalibur, number 1 for $2. Don't pass up any number 1s, you know, start the story, at least having the book. Killer first issue, Terror Incorporated. Just business. So, this right here, I actually got this book in Colorado as well, and part of the dollar bins. Here's the Gargoyle number 1. This has some really bad water damage. It was so sad seeing it, but I got it for $0.25. So I couldn't beat that. I know it was kind of sad seeing that it's just warped, but you know, it's whatever. Here another book I got for $0.25, and if those who know, with my friends, they know this. The Human Fly. I got it for $0.25, $10. I mean not $10. Oh, I'm going crazy. Number 10. Here's another Human Fly, number 6. Again, a lot of this had water damage, but you can't beat it for $0.25. I think at one point I thought it was for $1, but then I realized they were actually charging me I think it was like $2 for all of them. And I think there was multiple, but I can't remember where I put the rest. Here's another one, Ghost Spider, number 4. I think actually this was from the Free Comic Book Day pile. Yeah, it was. So I thought this was pretty neat. They had quite a bit of a selection when it comes to that, like different stacks in the pile with the Free Comic Book Day. The Amazing Mary Jane. I thought that was kind of funny. Because I don't think she'd be fighting the Vulture, but who knows? Number 1, I think, Marauders. I hope that's right. Again, all this Free Comic Book Day. Here we go. Age of Conan, Valeria, number 4. Then we're moving into some other books. The Union. Well, not the Union, just Union. It was so shitty seeing that. But I got it for 50 cents. Number 1. It wasn't bad of a book. Wasn't bad of a read. Image Comics always has some good stuff. All 90s stuff. Here's another Alpha Flight. I got it for $1 in a dollar bin. Number 9. There's another Alpha Flight coming at you. Special double-size issue number 12 for $1. There we go right here. G.I. Joe, a real American hero. Cobra Commander Reborn. Number 58. I wasn't really big on G.I. Joe. I know there was some pretty decent sized keys, but I don't really know much about the whole. I know some of the books are really hard to find, even the lower ones, actually. Here's another one for $2. I saw this book, Black Panther, Panther's Prey. Thought this cover was pretty sick. Honestly, I mean, it's a thick book, so it's a good read. The New Mutants, number 63. I thought these type of covers were amazing. I don't know why. Maybe it's just I don't know, just the artwork. It's just really cool. Here's another one. The Invaders, number 1. Thought that was kind of cool. Can't pass up any of these first issues. Star Trek Voyager, number 1. Collector's issue. All $1 again. Conan, number 79. The Barbarian, $1. There we go. Getting in some little older one. Khazar, number 20. $1. And there's one, a little $2. Number 19. Khazar. Another Khazar coming away with a number 18. It's actually not bad of a condition. I thought this cover was really cool, actually. And here's number 13 of Khazar. Or Lord of the Hidden Jungle, Khazar. Thought that was really neat. With a lot of these old books. And here's the last little bit of this box. There we go. And I got this for $1 at the comic store. Marvel Super Action, number 4. Marvel Boy. Apparently. Another one. $1 book. Marvel Superheroes 80-page summer special. Oh, this is really cool. Has a little bit of everything. On the cover is a Speedball, so if anybody's familiar with that. Cloak and Dagger number 5. If anybody's familiar, they had a little series. It didn't get much love. I mean, it was okay. I actually thought it was alright. Not bad. But it's actually on Disney Plus. I recommend if you watch it. Rogue, number 4. I think this book was actually like a key. But I actually have number 1 with it, so that's cool. Spider-Man, The Mutant Agenda, number 1. That was cool. Beast and Spider-Man. There we go. The classic X-Men. I got it for $1, number 4. Can't beat that. And another uncanny. I used to say as a kid, uncanny. The Uncanny X-Men, number 303, for $1 again. You can't beat that. A lot of these books, pretty cool. Especially if the old stories, you're looking for the old stuff. Number 85, X-Men Classic. And here's one more, X-Men Classic, number 90. That was kind of cool. Again, I need to get a lot of these back and boards. Here's another one, but it's Wolverine, number 43. I thought it was really cool. I found it for $1. And we're getting into close to the end. Cable, number 1. First issue, collector's item. I thought this was really cool. Clean, no issues. I don't even think it even has any spine ticks either. Wow. Oh. Alright, here we go. Micronauts. The Micronauts, number 11. For $1. The Hands of Shang-Chi, Master of Kung Fu, number 52. Not in the best condition, but you can't beat it for $1. These old books. Here we go. Galactic Guardians, number 1. Oh, this is kind of cool. Guardians of the Galaxy, number 1. I was about to say 144. Number 44. And with Yondu. If anybody was familiar, he's different from obviously the movie, But you know, that was kind of cool. Okay, we're getting into some Iron Man. Here we go. Annual, Part 4. I've had this book for a little bit. It was $1. This one is part of my other, well, honestly, it's actually part of the collection I've had for a long time, very long time. Number 290, Iron Man. I thought this was really cool. He's back, the return of Tony Stark. Really cool. I had this book actually since I was a little kid. I can't believe I actually found it. It's one of the couple of the big ones I used to have. Well, before as a kid, you don't really think much to take care of your comics. You just read them, so they were really good reads. As you can see, just a lot of worn down reading it. Number 25, the Defenders. 3 Stand Beside Them. I thought this was so cool. I mean, look at that. Daredevil. You got the Incredible Hulk, Valkyrie, Luke Cage. I can't remember the other guy. And then Doctor Strange. Alright, we're going to get into some Star Wars, if anybody recognizes any of these books. Number 3. Thought this was sick when I found it. Got it for, I think, $2. Here's Star Wars: A Crimson Empire. $1. And here's another one. Star Wars X-Wing Rogue Squadron. Masquerade. If anybody's actually played there's a PSP game called Rogue Squadron. I recommend it. I actually beat that entire game. I had it on my PSP. Really fun game. Here we go. $20.99 Unlimited, number 3, with Hulk, $20.99. Thought this is really crazy Hulk. Okay, here we go. Midnight Suns Unlimited, number 1. I thought this cover was amazing with Ghost Rider. The Avengers on the side of the scrolls, number 259. Thought this was a really cool cover as well. And we here's, oh, there the other Hercules are. Hercules, number 1, Prince of Power. If anybody recognizes them, again, from that little cameo, just so if you ever look back. And here's the second one. I actually think I have the full complete run, I think. Number 2, Hercules, Prince of Power. Thought that was kind of cool. You know, for $2. You can't beat that. Alright, everybody. Well, that is going to be the end of my video, and that's the end of this box. That was part of my pretty big collection. Again, there's quite a bit more. So, again, take care of your old comic books. You never know when you ever find them. Believe it or not, I got a lot of these older books, like this one in particular, with this very old box. If it looks really old and ratted down, that's what I'm using as like a little backdrop area for everything. But I still keep it in the same box because, believe it or not, when I was moving out, my grandparents, they found it underneath the stairs, a box of comics, and it just said comic books. And he was like, yeah, it's not mine. We don't know whose it is, so it has to be yours. And I think my grandma must have put them down there to hide them away, or maybe just put them away because he didn't want to see them out and about. I used to lug my comic book box everywhere because I used to read all the books all the time. And it's always so good to see a lot of how these books held up with the packaging and everything. And I'm just happy to see a lot of this stuff. I'm over here thinking a lot of stuff got thrown out or sold or something at a yard sale, but surprisingly no. So I recommend take care of your things, take care of your comic books, especially if they've meant a lot of memories to you. And reading, and you'd be very surprised how many books you can find, or having a box of comic books that you forgot about or you thought that got sold, and come to find out they were just underneath a staircase. Just had a little bit of cobwebs on it, and all you had to do is just grab it out, and I was so happy seeing them. So, of course, sorry, this is one of my favorite books. Never will ever part with it. So, the Fantastic Four Monsters Unleashed. Again, it's just really cool cover. So, again, this is the end of my video. I'll be back with more. There is a lot more comics to go through, and I still got a bag and board quite a bit. So, leave a like, leave a comment, any support for my channel, subscribe, I appreciate it. And I will be back with more content, and especially with more of a lot of reading. I got a lot of reading to do. And I'll try to get to a lot of different series, and, issues of there's just so many, so many to be done. So I appreciate your time, and again, read comic books. You'd be very surprised how much it would take you back to, from everything you've seen as a kid. It was really cool. So, all right, guys. Well, see you later.